Trickle Charge is a perk that get introduced in Renegades, and it reads that receiving or discharging Bolt Charge partially loads an improved quantity of the magazine from reserves. Now, I didn't pay much attention to this perk in Renegades, but with the revamp that came with Monument of Triumph, with access to so many different artifacts, I am starting to absolutely fall in love with this perk. You never need to reload, especially on Titans with a Bolt Charge Barricade. Today, I'm going to take a deeper dive into this perk and throw out a couple of recommendations of weapons that you should be keeping an eye for with Trickle Charge. Let's get into it. So with Trickle Charge on a Titan, all you need to do is pop your Barricade, and as you receive or discharge any form of Bolt Charge, the magazine will automatically reload. What this means is essentially you will never have to reload your gun with Trickle Charge standing behind a Barricade. Now, it's great for primaries, it's great for specials, and it's great in heavies. I've got the 720 auto rifle here from Sparrow Racing League, and it rolls with Trickle Charge and Gear Shift. Now, the ideal situation is Trickle Charge and Gear Shift, because what Gear Shift does, anytime you become amplified, it grants a period of increased damage, but it stacks up to 5 times. Now, if we look at the Destiny Compendium, one stack of Gear Shift is 15% increased weapon damage, and then times 2 is 20, times 3 is 25, times 4 is 30, and then Gear Shift times 5 is 35% weapon damage. Getting 35% weapon damage from just standing behind your Barricade is so brain dead. It is such an easy to use perk, and if you can get Trickle Charge with Gear Shift, you have yourself an amazing weapon. Never need to reload, and you get 35% increased weapon damage just from standing behind your Barricade. Now, if we come over to Destiny.report, which is our new weapon database website, we can see here what rolls with Trickle Charge in the first column, Gear Shift in the second, and you can see that we've got a couple of good options here. One of the options I want to speak about is main ingredient. Now, Trickle Charge and Gear Shift, it's a high impact frame, so it does a lot of total damage, and with the Tablet of Ruin artifact we could also use particle reconstruction. Now, the great thing about the Tablet of Ruin is it's got a lot of good arc perks in there as well, which I'll go over. But if we go back, we've also got Salvager Salvo. So Trickle Charge, Gear Shift, Salvager Salvo, you never need to reload. It's like OG Mountaintop, 35% damage, which is better than the old Master at Arms perk was on Mountaintop, and then Trickle Charge will never ever need to reload. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And then another one I want to showcase is Rapid Growth. Now, you can get this with your legendary marks from the kiosk in the tower. Very easy to acquire, and it's a rapid fire frame, which is the best PvE sniper archetype, and you can roll Trickle Charge and Gear Shift as well. Very accessible weapon to get, will do very good damage, never need to reload as a Titan, and you can get it at the kiosk for 2 legendary marks to try and get one. Other good primaries here, I've already went over the Sparrow League Racing. Oh, that's it there. Very good weapon as well. And then you've got others here in Debit Kindness. You never need to reload. 35% damage boost. And then finally, I just want to talk about 21% Delirium. The best, one of my favourites, LMGs. Trickle Charge, Gear Shift, you've seen it at the start of the video. It just doesn't stop firing. Amazing. So this is all well and good. We know that these are powerful weapons, but how does it actually look in practice? Well, I've got an ultimate bit of gameplay here, and you can just see how good it is. Running Blast Furnace purely for unstops. Point Contact Cannon Brace, fantastic exotic. I will do a build video over this because you'll see in the gameplay Point Contact is really, really good now, but we're focusing more so on the weapons here, and you can see my subclass. Now, Moon Battlegrounds is notorious for being absolutely dense, chaotic, and this is ultimate difficulty as well. And you can just see how easy this is. Everything's getting bolt charged, I'm getting healed, and that's thanks to my artifact. If you are running a Trickle Charge Gear Shift weapon, you will need to use a Tablet of Ruin, specifically for flashover, which when we gain maximum bolt charge, we also become amplified. Now that is what gives us the Gear Shift benefit, but you also want to run Defibrillate and Blast. When we attack with Bolt Charge, it jolts them and also heals us, which is going to be great for clearing out this group, as you can see. And then we've got other arc perks in there like Dielectric, defeating arc debuff targets grants us Bolt Charge, and Rabelate defeating arc debuff targets will spawn an Orb of Power and heals us for a small portion of health. So things like that in the Tablet of Ruin just accentuate and make the Trickle Charge and Gear Shift weapons excel in these kind of situations. So if you are going to do this kind of gameplay, put on Tablet of Ruin with your Barricade Bolt Charge Titan, and yeah, you can see it absolutely chews through everything. There's also a couple of fragments in the Arc subclass that will greatly help out as well. So Spark of Ions is one. Defeating a jolted target or defeat a target with Bolt Charge creates Ionic Trace. Then if we pair that with Spark of Discharge, collecting an Ionic Trace grants you a stack of Bolt Charge. And then Spark of Frequency. While we are amplified, we will gain increased stacks of Bolt Charge from all sources. So that trio of fragments just makes our Bolt Charge engine for Trickle Charge and heals move all that more faster. We'll constantly have Bolt Charge. As long as we're behind a barricade, we'll constantly be healing, and we will never have to reload. And if we have Gear Shift on, we'll have 35% increased damage as well. Now, if you play Warlock or Hunter, there are still ways that you can set up so you have the same kind of loop as Titan Barricade. It just won't be as easy, and you might have to spin a few plates. But for Warlocks, you can put on Storm Dancer's Brace, and as long as you've got Storm Trance, you will gain Bolt Charge when you cause ability damage. And as long as you have this on, Ionic Sentries will grant you Bolt Charge, Lightning Surge will grant you Bolt Charge, and then your little Arc Buddies as well will grant you Bolt Charge. So you'll be able to have this to an effect the same as a Titan. You just won't be able to stand behind a barricade brain dead. You'll actually need to use your abilities, loop them, constantly be amplified, and then you will grant Bolt Charge from just damaging enemies. The Ionic Sentries are great. They just kind of cut off a section of the map, and anything that gets damaged inside will allow you to get Bolt Charge, which will reload your weapons. And then you'll get amplified from any ability kill, which will proc that Gear Shift up to 35% times normal damage. So Warlocks, you can do it too. Storm Dancer's Brace is amazing for it. Hunters, you've probably got the most fun playstyle to play into this Trickle Charge and Gear Shift, and it's the Shinobi's Vow build. Now, Plunder the Booty did a build video about this about a week ago, and it's fantastic. But essentially, Shinobi's Vow skip grades will grant you Bolt Charge as you deal damage with the skip grenades, so that will reload your weapon. And then as you gain amplified, which you will all the time through killing enemies with the skip grenades, you'll gain Gear Shift times 5 as well. It's a very fun build. Watch Plunder the Booty's build video on it for a bigger breakdown, but essentially just equip the same fragments as I have on the Titan and the Warlock, and use Shinobi's Vow, and you two can have this playstyle. This is just as brain dead, but I would say it's actually more fun than the Titan, but I'm a Titan main, so Titans come first, obviously. So there you have it. That's why I'm in love with Trickle Charge, especially with Gear Shift. Hopefully I've convinced you to give these weapons a little shot, probably give you some ideas for builds that you can use with it, and yeah, it's so much fun, so definitely check it out. If you liked the video, please give it a like, it really helps me out, and if you enjoy what I do, then subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. I really appreciate your time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon for more Destiny 2 videos. All the best, cheers.